Medicare Part B premiums are set to rise again in 2026, likely by $10 to $12 a month. And for millions of retirees, that could quietly erase the modest boost they're expecting from the new cost of living adjustment. For anyone on a fixed income, that math doesn't just hurt. It reshapes budgets, forces tough choices, and highlights a frustrating reality.
Backhand index pointing right. If this information helped you, don't stop here. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you're always one step ahead. We break down important updates like this clearly so you're never caught off guard. Join our community, stay informed, and take control of your financial future, starting today. Flexed Biceps Calendar.
Even when benefits go up, the essentials keep climbing faster. Add in rising food, housing, and medical costs, and that COLA increase might feel more like a placeholder than actual relief. With Medicare open enrollment approaching, failing to reassess your plan could mean locking in higher expenses for another year. And those decisions will land harder than ever this time around. The situation only gets more complex from there. On October 15th, the Social Security system will undergo a sweeping set of changes that affect everything from payment methods and earnings limits to fraud prevention and state tax rules. Retirees, along with SSI, SSDI, and VA beneficiaries, need to pay close attention to avoid delays, missed deposits, or unexpected cuts. The move away from paper checks, stricter identity verifications, and regional tax shifts are just a few of the adjustments coming fast. It's not just about knowing the changes, it's about acting on them before they cost you. October 15th, 2025. Mark the date because this isn't just another government update. It's a turning point that could mean the difference between keeping your benefits or losing money every single month. For retirees, for those receiving SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits, ignoring the changes coming on this day could have serious financial consequences. These updates aren't optional. They're sweeping, interconnected, and they're coming whether you're ready or not. The most visible change hitting on October 15th is the announcement of the 2026 cost of living adjustment, what everyone knows as the COLA. Right now, the projected increase sits between 2.7% and 3.3%. On paper, that sounds decent. A modest raise. But here's the problem. It's being immediately undercut by rising Medicare premiums and sky-high inflation on basic living costs like housing, healthcare, and food. So while the number on your Social Security statement may tick up by $50 or $60, your real-world buying power might not move at all. Or worse, it might shrink. If you're depending on that COLA to balance your budget, don't count your dollars too soon. Medicare Part B premiums are also going up, again. Estimates show a bump of about $10 to $12 per month. That might not sound huge, but for someone living on a fixed income, it cuts directly into that COLA increase. And if your other expenses, rent, groceries, prescriptions, are also rising, the so-called increase feels more like a cruel joke. But that's just the start. Another major change you can't ignore. The full transition away from paper checks. By October, paper Social Security checks will be phased out entirely. If you're not already using direct deposit or a government-issued debit card, your payments are at risk of being delayed. Or worse, missed altogether. This isn't optional. The paper check is going extinct. If you or someone you care about hasn't made the switch yet, now is the time. Contact the Social Security Administration directly. Don't wait until your benefits disappear into a bureaucratic black hole. And while you're updating your payment method, double-check your banking info. The government is rolling out enhanced fraud detection protocols that will require more frequent identity verification. Emails, texts, letters. Retirees will be asked to confirm their identity more often. It's designed to catch scammers. But if your contact info is outdated, if your phone number or address has changed, you could miss these alerts and have your payments frozen. It's not just about avoiding scams. It's about protecting your own access. Don't assume the system will figure it out. Be proactive. There's also a quiet change happening that many miss until it's too late. The earnings test thresholds are shifting. For retirees working part-time before reaching full retirement age, earning even slightly over the limit can trigger benefit reductions. These thresholds adjust each year, and in 2026, they're going up again, but only slightly. That means if you're not careful, an extra shift at work could cost you part of your check. You need to understand exactly how much you can earn before penalties kick in. If you're unsure, contact the Social Security Administration and get a clear answer. This is your money. You shouldn't lose it over a technicality. Now let's talk taxes. Not federal taxes, state taxes. Depending on where you live, your Social Security benefits could be partially taxed. Some states are phasing out these taxes altogether. Others are still deciding. If you're in one of the undecided states, your after-tax income could take a hit. This isn't just a paperwork issue. It's about what lands in your bank account each month. Review your state's current policy and stay updated. The wrong move could cost you more than you think. And here's a big one that's too often overlooked. Medicare plan reviews. Open enrollment is coming. If you've been renewing the same plan year after year without checking your options, you could be leaving money on the table. With premiums rising, co-pays shifting, and coverage networks changing, reviewing your Medicare plan could be the difference between saving a few bucks or getting hit with surprise bills. Don't wait for a health emergency to find out your doctor's no longer covered or your medication isn't included. Review your plan. Shop around. Ask questions. This is the time. But navigating all these changes means something else. Retirees must become digitally literate. Whether it's managing your Social Security account, reviewing Medicare options, or verifying your identity, almost everything is shifting online. If you don't already have an online Social Security account, set one up. If your email or mobile number has changed, update it. If you've never logged in before, do it now. Because more and more important notices won't come by mail. They'll come by text or email. And if you miss them, you miss out. In some cases, you could miss a benefit entirely. The government is also pushing for stronger fraud prevention. That's good news, but it puts more responsibility on you. The system will flag suspicious activity, sure. But if you've moved recently, if your phone number changed, if your bank switched or merged, you could be flagged too. Payment holds. Count freezes. Weeks-long delays. These are real consequences. You need to check your information regularly and respond to verification requests promptly. Otherwise, your benefits could be stuck in limbo. And let's not forget, the policy environment is changing. The leadership in Washington is still locked in debates over benefit formulas, retirement age thresholds, and funding mechanisms. Any new policy decisions made between now and October 15th could have ripple effects on how Social Security benefits are calculated, distributed, and taxed. That's why staying informed is more important than ever. Misinformation online is everywhere. Don't fall for YouTube conspiracy theories or viral posts promising secret payment boosts. Go to the source, SSA.gov, Medicare.gov, and your state's tax board. That's where the truth is. And that's how you protect yourself. This is not the time to wait and see. October 15th is a convergence point. A perfect storm of updates, changes, and deadlines. Retirees who ignore it risk losing money, benefits, or both. From the COLA adjustment to Medicare premium hikes, from paper check elimination to new fraud detection, every change matters. And they're all happening at once. It's about more than money. It's about security, peace of mind, and keeping control over your retirement. If you've been putting off making an online account, do it now. If you haven't reviewed your Medicare plan in years, do it now. If you're unsure about your state tax status, find out now. Don't assume everything will go smoothly. Be your own advocate. The system is evolving. The tools are there. The information is out there. But the burden of action, that's on you. No one's going to chase you down to make sure you're ready. And no one's going to refund lost payments if your info is outdated, or if you misunderstood the earnings threshold, or if you picked the wrong Medicare plan. These changes are real. The risks are real. The consequences are real. So check your bank account setup. Update your online profile. Review your earnings if you're working. Compare Medicare plans during open enrollment. Look at your state's tax situation. Respond to verification requests immediately. And stay skeptical of misinformation online. Always confirm through official government sources. October 15th is not just a date, it's a deadline. A deadline that every retiree, every SSI, SSDI, and VA beneficiary needs to take seriously. Don't wait. Take action now. If this video helped you, make sure to like it so more retirees can see it. Share it with your friends or family members who rely on Social Security. Drop a comment if you have questions or concerns. We read everyone. And if you want to stay ahead of future updates, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss critical changes like these. Let's be clear about what's at stake. These aren't abstract policy tweaks that only experts care about. These are decisions and deadlines that directly impact the food on your table, the roof over your head, and the healthcare you rely on. The Social Security system is changing, and it's not waiting for anyone to catch up. Take the COLA adjustment. For years, retirees have waited each October to see what kind of bump they'll get in their monthly checks. In 2026, that bump is expected to be somewhere between 2.7% and 3.3%. Now, that might sound like a decent increase, until you realize how fast prices are rising. Gas is more expensive. Groceries are through the roof. Rents are creeping up even in smaller towns. And don't even start on out-of-pocket healthcare costs. By the time that COLA hits your bank account, inflation could have already eaten it alive. Let's say you get an extra $55 per month. Sounds good, right? But if Medicare Part B premiums go up by $12, like they're projected to, that check just got $43 smaller. And that's before you factor in prescription costs, deductible hikes, or your copay going from $20 to $35 overnight. You're left with a few extra bucks that barely cover one trip to the pharmacy. That's why it's not enough to just wait for the COLA and hope for the best. Hope is not a plan. You need to review your Medicare coverage now, well before open enrollment closes. Look at your medications. Check your provider networks. Because those small changes buried in the fine print, they can wipe out your benefit increases in one stroke. Don't let a rising premium rob you of your raise. And that's not all. We need to talk about earnings. Because many retirees are working part-time to make ends meet. Maybe you're driving a few shifts with a rideshare company. Maybe you're picking up hours at the local store. It helps cover bills. But if you're under full retirement age and you make too much, Social Security starts docking your benefits. Yes, they'll give it back eventually, but it could mean smaller checks for months. This year, the earnings test threshold is creeping up again, but not by much. And that matters. One unexpected bonus or extra shift could push you over the line. The rules are complicated, and most people don't realize they're in trouble until the check shows up short. Don't get blindsided. Know your limit. Track your income. And if you're unsure, reach out to the SSA directly. Don't guess. You worked hard for those benefits. Don't lose them to a mistake. Let's turn to another huge change. Paper checks. They're going away. Completely. By October 15th, the federal government will stop sending Social Security checks by mail. If you're still receiving that familiar envelope each month, that ends now. Everyone will need to be set up with direct deposit or a prepaid Direct Express card. Now, maybe you've already made the switch, and that's great. But for thousands of seniors who aren't comfortable with online banking or don't have reliable internet access, this is a serious problem. Miss the switch, and your payment could be delayed for weeks. Or worse, bounced back entirely. And if you think you'll get a call or a letter reminding you, think again. The system is overloaded. The responsibility is on you to make sure you're ready. Check your account, update your information, and help your friends or loved ones do the same, because once those checks stop, the bills don't. But we're not done yet. The government is also rolling out stronger fraud prevention systems. That means more frequent identity verification, via email, text, and even postal mail. On paper, it's a great move. We've all seen the horror stories. Scammers draining accounts, stealing benefits, rerouting direct deposits. That has to stop. But here's the catch. If your contact info is outdated, these security measures could backfire. You might not get the alert. You might miss the verification. And your payment could be frozen. Not because you did anything wrong, but because the system didn't know how to reach you. So check your SSA account. Make sure your phone number is correct. Your email. Your mailing address. your bank account routing number. Don't leave anything to chance. These systems aren't forgiving, and if you miss a step, it can take weeks to fix. And please, don't fall for the fake websites, the scam phone calls, or the suspicious texts pretending to be from Social Security. If you get a message that seems off, don't click. Don't respond. Go straight to the official SSA site or call their hotline. Verify everything yourself. Because once scammers get your info, it's too late. Now let's talk about taxes, because even your Social Security check isn't safe from that. While federal taxes on Social Security are more predictable, state taxes are a minefield. Some states are finally phasing out taxes on benefits. Great news for retirees trying to stretch their dollars. But others, they haven't made up their mind. And that uncertainty could cost you. If you move, if you retire to a new state, or if your income shifts just slightly, you could end up with an unexpected tax bill. That means less money in your pocket when you need it most. Check your state's Department of Revenue. Know the rules. Questions. Because the IRS might not take much, but your state might take a chunk. All of this is happening at once. It's not a coincidence. The system is being overhauled piece by piece. And whether you like it or not, you're in the middle of it. You need to act. Because no one else is going to do it for you. If you've never created an online account with Social Security, now's the time. It's the only way to see your statements, your earnings history, your benefit amounts, and alerts. If you don't log in regularly, you could miss something crucial. And in this new digital-first system, missing one message could mean a missed payment. That's why digital literacy isn't just nice to have anymore. It's survival. If you have a smartphone, learn to use it. If you have internet access, get familiar with the tools. If you don't, ask someone for help. Libraries, community centers, even Social Security offices are trying to help more seniors get online. Take advantage of that now, before it's an emergency. Because when October 15th hits, there won't be room for mistakes. It's not just a routine update. It's a restructuring. Your COLA will change. Your Medicare will cost more. Your check might not show up if your info isn't current. And your identity verification might fail if you're not watching. This is the new reality of retirement in America. You need to be your own advocate. You need to be informed, connected, and ready to act. Because if you wait, if you assume, if you do nothing, your benefits, your income, your security could slip right through your fingers. So here's what to do. Check your bank account on file. Make sure it's the right one. Log into your SSA account and confirm your email, your phone number, and your address. Look at your state's tax policy on Social Security. Review your Medicare plan. See if your providers are still covered. Make sure your prescriptions are still affordable. Talk to your pharmacist. Talk to your doctor. Ask them if anything is changing. If you're still working, even part-time, check the earnings threshold. Know what your limit is. Don't rely on guesswork or hearsay. Get the numbers in writing. Reach out to Social Security if you need to. Don't be afraid to make the call. It's your money. And above all, stay alert. If someone contacts you claiming to be from SSA or Medicare, verify it. Double-check. Scams are getting smarter. But you can be smarter too. So much is changing, and the stakes are higher than ever. October 15th is not just a date. It's a deadline. It's a reminder. It's a warning. Don't ignore it. Prepare now so you're not caught off guard when everything shifts. You've got one chance to stay ahead of this. October 15th, 2025, is not just a blip on the calendar. It's the day the rules change. And if you're not prepared, it could cost you every single month. This isn't fear-mongering. It's a blunt truth. Social Security is becoming more complex, more digitized, and more demanding of the very people who depend on it most. So let's drive this home. Right now, too many retirees are under the false impression that Social Security is a set-it-and-forget-it system. That once the checks start coming, you're in the clear. That is no longer true. The system is shifting toward digital self-management. You are expected to maintain your own account, verify your own details, track your own updates, and navigate your own coverage. There's no safety net for the uninformed anymore. If your Medicare premium jumps and you didn't read the notice, too bad. If your bank account changes and you didn't update it in time, too bad. If you miss a fraud verification request because your email is outdated, too bad. No back pay. No do-over. Just silence, and a missing check when you need it most. It doesn't matter whether you've been receiving benefits for 5 years or 15. If you don't adapt, you're at risk. And it's not fair. Retirees shouldn't be forced to chase down every shifting policy, every cost of living tweak, or every state tax change. But that's where we are. And if you don't meet the system where it is, it won't wait for you to catch up. This is especially dangerous for folks who don't use email daily, who don't feel comfortable navigating online portals, who rely on a caregiver or a family member for support. If that's you or someone you love, you must take action now. Create a backup plan. Make sure someone you trust can help you monitor your account. Don't assume it'll all just work itself out. Social Security and Medicare aren't going away, but they are evolving faster than many expected. And if you want to keep your benefits safe, your healthcare affordable, and your retirement secure, you've got to evolve with them. Stay alert, stay organized, and stay connected. Your future depends on it. If you haven't already, take a moment, right now, to double-check your account. Log in. Verify your contact info. Look up your Medicare plan. Make sure your bank account is still valid. Check your earnings if you're working. Review your state's tax policy. It may feel tedious, but a few minutes of attention now could save you weeks of stress later. And again, don't do this alone. Share this video with your community, with your friends, with your church group, with your neighbors. So many people don't know what's coming. But now you do. Hit like if this helped you. Drop a comment if you've seen any of these changes already taking effect. And subscribe if you want honest, direct updates without the noise. October 15th is coming fast. Let's be ready, together.